It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, and today is Saturday, August 2nd. That's right, everyone. I said August. It's the very first podcast in August for the JT Show. Now, you're wondering why I dragged that out a little bit. It's because I always forget which episode I'm on, but this is episode number 43, and I'm not going to reshoot this intro. We're just going to keep rolling with the punches. So, welcome, everyone. I'll be honest, man. I tweeted the other day. Follow me on Twitter, JTofJville. I was on Twitter. It was late at night. My last couple of podcasts haven't been getting all the polls that I've been having a steady 10, about on each. A steady 10 on the podcast and a steady 10 on the YouTube. Now, why is it so important? It's because, my goal is to build that following and to have fans and to be a comedian. It's my overall goal. That's my life goal. I always tell you guys. So I have to bring more friends in, more people to cover different topics, to try to grab that wide audience. So, what's the best way to do that than to invite your friends? Now, I know we've talked about this before. Earl, where is he? Once I come back from Alaska, that very first weekend that I'm off, I will be driving to Earl's to shoot the podcast no matter what. No matter what. I'll be shooting a couple podcasts in Alaska for sure. Really excited for that. I want to get some really cool backgrounds. So I'll be in Alaska on Thursday. Speaking of Alaska, when your friends drop the ball, I've been saving up for this trip for 8 months. I bought the tickets in December, way before COVID. I've been running out the COVID wave, trying to keep away from people, social distancing, trying to do everything that we're supposed to do. And, Friday night, well after, business hours, I get a call. I'm not on the call, text message. Hey, by the way, you getting a COVID test? And I said, no, why should I get a COVID test, And they said, oh, you need one unless you're going to get tested at the airport in Alaska. And then you got to sign some piece of paper and then not do anything. So now I've got to try to schedule a COVID test in 2 days. Not too happy about that, but I'd rather get it done here. And now I'm like, dude, what if I get it? That'd be so fucking sad. It'd be a staycation. I would twitch every fucking day. I wouldn't do anything. I would be so fat. But, cross your heart, hope to die. I don't want COVID. So hopefully my test goes well. And I'll be on my way to Alaska on Thursday. It looks like my mustache is uneven if you're watching on my YouTube page. And if you're wondering how to get there and you're listening on the podcast, again, go to Twitter, JTofJville. I always share the YouTube link on there. I don't have a handle for my YouTube. Or go to jtofjville.com and you can click on all my social media links. But, we've been having a pretty good I had a pretty good day today. I had a pretty good weekend, actually. I gamed out Friday night, played Grounded. If you haven't played Grounded yet, it's a survival game. It's kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but they're always in the backyards, and the spiders and giant stink bugs, they're scary. There's beetles. It's a beta, technically. It's a work in progress, so you basically can get to a point. There's been a lot of glitches online, a lot of problems, but again, it just came out. It's going to be a good game if they, fix these patches and, listen to the players, because they're literally fixing it as we go. So great time playing that game. We played really late into the night. I played with Jeff. We streamed on Twitch. His is US_war_machine. Mine's JTofJville on Twitch, twitch.tv/JTofJville. Yeah, I'm promoting myself. Okay, get over it. But basically, we played for, 3 hours streaming like it was nothing. Cut got on, and then me and Cut played for, till 4 in the morning. Went to sleep. Woke up the next day. Went to Jeff's house. So I saw Jeff in person, in the flesh. I haven't seen Jeff in person in a long time. Probably in a few years. But I went up to visit him, and I played VR for the very first time. Like true VR. So he's got the wireless headset that's, by itself, and then he's also got the really nice one that plugs into the PC, and I wish I could remember the brand, but he told me this, and I have to repeat it, and people ask like, "How is it?" There's really no way to describe everything that's in the thing until you actually do it. He's got these really cool controllers that it attaches to your hand, so even when you open your hand, it stays in your hand. So when you grab things, you grab it and you have to let go of it, but the controller doesn't drop. It tracks individual fingers. Beat Saber was fun. Played a pretty cool bow and arrow game, a pretty cool gun game. Maybe I should have looked at these titles before, but no, overall. And then I played some Half-Life. It was a lot of fun. VR, still got a long way to go. But there's this weird stamina thing that you have to be like careful of if you get motion sickness. And about an hour and a half into playing it, I started to feel like hot and like I was getting sick. So I had to like take the headset off. So you have to, I guess, build a stamina to that feeling, and you'll be able to go farther and farther. It's kind of weird. It's a weird feeling to describe, but like what makes VR so cool is when you see that 3D field right in front of you. It's like almost not. It's almost not fair that you don't actually touch like the object that's in front of you. Like if I grabbed a coffee cup, I would expect to grab a coffee cup in real life. To be dead honest, it is wild. There's endless possibilities. I just dipped my toe in the water. Jeff and I had a really good time. He showed me his setup. His setup was raw. It was a dope setup. Pretty jealous. Hopefully soon enough I'll have my PC. I'll be gaming on that. I'll have a capture card for the Xbox finally. Then I can not have to use the terrible Twitch, and I can just use my computer and play my Xbox, and then also play on PC. So Jeff's setup really, helped me kind of get in mind of how I want to build my setup. I don't know where yet. I still might build it out here. This is my podcast studio, but I could also, put a couple lights in. I would have to put up a blackout curtain if I worked out here, and maybe like a temporary wall, but like I don't know exactly where I would build it yet. But when I figure it out, I will let everybody know when that's going to be a work in progress. But that's going to be a couple months from now because Alaska is right around the corner. And then today, like I said earlier, Joe came over. He smashed me, absolutely smashed me in the second game of Mario Party. It was devastating, hurt my feelings. The first game was some horse shit. Here Luigi is in last place, playing like a bag of ass, and the game goes, I think Luigi's gonna win. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And he won. He won the bonus round. I was in second place. Joe was in second. No, I think me and Joe were tied with the equal amount of stars. And then he went ahead. So he got the ally star bonus, and then he got the most bad luck spaces, and he got one more than Joe. So the computer ended up winning, which is devastating in Mario Party in my books. The second game, I had the sweet taste of victory on my lips 2 rounds in a row. And the damn Mr. Mole Man and stupid ass bitch Peach, because I was Miss Daisy, okay? Miss Daisy's my ride or die Mario Kart person, and Miss Daisy is who I picked. Doesn't have the best dice. The best dice in Mario Party is Bowser. You gotta say full diesel when you send it, and then you're gonna roll those fucking big numbers. So now that you got a little bit of info on the game, I was about to hit my marker, and Mr. Mole Man we're playing on the first level. The bowler comes, kicks us back to the start of the bridge. I make it all the way down again. Very next turn, I'm gonna get 2 of them because I'm gonna use 10 stars to buy a. I'm gonna use 10 stars to buy a star. 10 coins to buy a star. Excuse me, and then I was gonna use 30 coins to steal a star. And then even when shit got messed up from there, I could have bought the next star, but Joe really came in clutch on this hammer game where he popped the balloons. I came in second. I didn't get 10 coins. I didn't have enough to buy another star. We both would have still ended up losing because I would have tied Joe at that point, and then Luigi still would have got 2 stars at the end because he was down by 1. So actually, I was tied with Luigi earlier. But anyways, I got fucked. Okay, hardcore. Joe put the hurt on with Donkey Kong. So thanks for coming over, Joe. Thanks for the pizza, Papa John's. Not endorsing the show. Pretty decent pizza, to be fucking fair. To be fair, that's a quote from a show on Hulu. So Letterkenny, go watch it. I don't steal it. I just, when something's good, you're gonna say it, okay? Like that's what she said. And then my foot in your ass. Like you have so many of those. Like here's the thing that like younger generations don't have. They're using these moments in history as memes. So realistically, they see memes from old shows and they don't really know like how funny the meme could actually be if they actually watch the show, but the meme is still funny because they understand it. And we have so many movies and TV shows that we used to quote that we live on fucking quotes. There's nothing better than a great Happy Gilmore quote, Billy Madison, Will Ferrell quotes, Kevin Hart quotes, like the movie How High? Coach, he's cursing at me, like because he says dick butt kiss. Like these are catchphrases that like we grew up with. So the kids really know them as memes. It's weird. Did anybody here? By the way, it's you see the clock right here, military time because I'm a nerd. But I don't know if Trump's banned TikTok yet. That's crazy. I don't care. Anyways, it wasn't a bad day out, by the way. And by the way, this is coming back fully around. Sorry, I bounced around. But in the numbers being low, I want to bring in more guests. Earl's coming on. Hopefully, I'll be able to convince people in Alaska. Like some of my friends will come on. If not, I'll just maybe ask an Alaskan like, "Hey man, you want to fucking be on my podcast?" It'd be kind of weird, cool. He probably won't understand it. But to boost these numbers, I want to reach out to broader topics I like. So there's a guy named Justin Steeman. He's a softball wizard. He's been playing the game for a long time. So I got on Twitter last night. I invited him to come on the podcast. So hopefully you'll see someone new. He'll come over or I'll come and we'll just talk about, all the softball glory days and all that stuff. So that should be pretty fun. Another person is another acquaintance that I know. His name is Jared Jordan. He recently joined a band, and what better ways to practice on band interviews with a little local band that he just joined. So let's see where that's going. I don't know exactly yet. That's going to be after Alaska though. So we're on 43, 44, and 45 will come from Alaska. 46 will probably come the Monday I'm back from Alaska. Maybe 3 in Alaska because I am there quite a long time. I'm going to try to shoot 1 on Friday and then maybe 2 during the week. That's a stretch, but 2 guaranteed. I promise you that. But it doesn't. And by the way, like I said, full circle. And I said, it doesn't hurt when my numbers aren't up because I'm grinding and I enjoy this grind. Okay, as much as I want to go viral. Okay, like. Realistically, if I woke up tomorrow and I had like 100,000 views on one of my podcasts, I'd be like, I'd be happy. I'd be like, holy shit, it might have happened. And that would be really cool. But I know I got to get better. I know this show, I'm not trying to say as much. I don't know if you've caught that. I've maybe said it a few times today, but that's something that I'm consciously working on. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to build my brand, build the JT Show brand. This is what you keep coming back for brand. Not stovetops, but your mama's home cooking brand. I don't have another innuendo example. I don't have another thing for that. But I just said again, so let's just put a quarter in the jar like it's a cursing jar. And if it was a cursing jar, then holy fuck, that's another 50 cents. But you'll see these guests coming on hopefully when I get back from Alaska. I've said Alaska. Alaska is the word of the day. Prather, by the way, really enjoys the JT Show 100%. He always tells me how much he enjoys it, which I appreciate. So thank you, Prather. And I think if this show goes where I want it to go, to where I have a stronger computer for editing, to where I can, build a studio with multiple cameras for interviews, multiple mics for interviews, then I can finally have I'm going to call them Prather segments, where he can send me content that he makes, and he can just be part of the show, like him fishing, maybe him playing a little guitar, maybe him just drinking a beer and telling sound advice. Prather's going to listen to this episode, so if you want to do that, dog, I'm totally down. And all you got to do is shoot me a video holding your camera, hot dog, not vertically, but down like a hot dog, horizontally. People are gonna be like, "This is the dumbest person I've ever seen with a master's." But you're right. You're right. Frank's on a mission, by the way. He's driving across America on a family vacation. Safe travels, buddy. Visiting the Mungers, another group of pretty good people. Not Mungers cool, but then not cool. I'm just joking. Mungers okay. I have no problem with Mungers. We usually give them shit, and then sometimes either I take it too far. Pussy. No, I'm just joking. But sometimes I do take it too far, or I say, whatever. Or he just thinks that we're serious, but we're just trying to clown on him. But I guess, everyone has their breaking point, or everyone has their bad day. But he's not a bad guy. He's good for about 3 3-pointers, and then he'll walk up and down the court in basketball. So, but he's lost some extra weight that he had, which is good. I'm proud of you. We were giving him shit for it, but I was proud that he lost that extra weight. So hopefully now I can be good for 4 3-pointers and then walk up and down the basketball court. I'm out of shape myself, by the way. Let's get into healthy and unhealthy fucking habits. Now, I had a really good morning, ate healthy, ate like shit. Terrible afternoon of eating. This weekend, I've kind of just checked into vacation mode already. I'm emptying out my refrigerator. I'm eating some of my frozen stuff. I'm ordering some food. Joe came over, split a pizza, by the way. Great pizza, but I'm getting chunky. I'm getting fat. I got a tummy. I'm 27 right now, with water, pizza, and a lot of coffee. I'm jacked up. But I did it again. So I went for a run. And my back's I still have to ice it. I stretch it every other day. I'm lazy. I should be stretching it every day. Sorry, doc. No more. I said it again. I'm not gonna say I said it again. But I won't say it again. I won't say I saw it again. I said it again. Okay. So, anyways, my doctor just explained to me that it's gonna be better. Had the last adjustment, and we're doing good. I golfed well. I talked about that in the last podcast. I even played frisbee golf. I almost had a hole-in-one and almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but that's my claim to fame for one of the activities I did this weekend. Pretty relaxing. I wouldn't really call it exercise. Yeah, I was walking around, but I didn't really break a sweat that much. I did have some really terrible throws. I had some good throws. I skipped one off the ground and hit the net, and it bounced out. But overall, I did okay. Not a bad sport. I would buy. I have a driver. I would buy one more driver and then a mid-range and a putter. I was borrowing a putter from Aaron, gracious enough for him to let me use his supplies. But had a good time frisbee golfing. Another activity that I can check off as something that I can play every once in a while and maybe get out there more. But we're focused on golf this week. My plan is to get off of work, hopefully, get my mullet cut on Wednesday, golf on Thursday morning with my Faja, come home, clean my clubs, put them in the bag. I already have my bag packed. My dad's going to pick me up, and boom, bam, we're at the airport flying to Alaska. That's the goal right now. So we got to see if we can make that work 100%. If I don't get to golf Thursday morning, whatever. I've been cleaning the house too. That's why I started this podcast later in the day. I wanted to start earlier, but Joe came over, and I had to clean because I'm trying to leave my house clean so when I get home, I don't have a dirty house. I'm going to put clean sheets on my bed right before I leave, so when I get home, I have brand new sheets in my bed. So, you get home from the airport, You take the hottest of showers, gotta take an emergency, chug that through a glass of water, go right to sleep. Because I'll be getting home pretty late on Saturday. I do get to see John Burke though, hopefully. So I have like a layover in Salt Lake City on one of my days back. So hopefully I do get to see him. But I know I've talked about it a lot, but it's right around the corner and I've never been and I don't know if I'll ever get to go again. Lots can change, you know. Lots can definitely change. Let me tell you a funny story. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I tell people, Joe Rogan, you know, I was sick of driving to work listening to music. You know, I didn't want to listen to new music. I've already listened through my playlist. I don't know. I was in a rut. I didn't want to listen to music. I didn't want to listen to audiobooks. So I was just like, I gotta find something else to do. Excuse me. So I decided to start listening to podcasts, Joe Rogan Experience. Now, some of the other ones I've listened to sometimes. Earl suggested it to me. I listened to the one on Bruce Lee and I think 2 more. It's not a bad podcast. I just have other inappropriate content that I want to listen to, like 2 Bears, 1 Cave, Your Mom's House, Joe Rogan Experience. They just had the 4-hour one with Post Malone. It was pretty good, pretty decent, but I did like the other one with Ben Shapiro. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm on the right. That's why I like that. I like how they argue and how they discuss. That's why I enjoy it. It's 2 people with opposing views who are checking each other left and right on some topics, but they maturely did it without stuffing shit down each other's throats and having an open fucking discussion. Now, people should take that example and write it down in your little books that stop saying I am an asshole because I can't have an open discussion as an adult. It's terrible. No, I'm going to disagree with everything they say because I don't feel like listening because they're on the right and they're on the left. Shut the fuck up. Let's have an open discussion to fix the country. This is getting more political than I wanted it to. But realistically, they had a really good discussion. Really open. That's what I like about that show. And fuck Fox, fuck CNN, fuck a lot of things. This isn't your nightly news. I'm not coming out and telling you that Matt Stafford has COVID. But I talk about things that interest me, and I don't want to be the guy who comes out with episodes like, oh my God, did you see in the news that this celebrity kissed this celebrity? Like that TikTok story? Like, I don't want to do that either. I don't want to be gimmicky. I want to be just natural. I want to be me. I want to be JT on the JT Show. I want to show my audience who I really am. Now, there's going to be days where I want to be the introvert me and I want to relax and I want to sit at home and I don't want to talk to anybody. But there's also days where, I'm pretty happy. And if a fan wants, like I don't have fans, but, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to pander. I just want to be me and hopefully people come along for the ride. And that's honestly the most honest thing I can say about this podcast. If it doesn't go anywhere, well, I gave it my all. I'm doing 100. I'm still doing stand-up comedy till I'm 35. I might push it till I'm 36 and call this a red shirt season. I'm gonna give myself 5 seasons, but you gotta have the drive, you gotta have the determination, you gotta have it. And I haven't proved it yet. I haven't put in the time. I gotta get on the road. I gotta be late on 9 bills and put my back against the wall and puke up mom's spaghetti. I gotta do all of that, okay? But once I throw up mom's spaghetti, okay, and I deliver and I kill it and I call some guy Clarence, then I'll be there. And then I'll have it all. Okay, I'll have, an audience. I'll enjoy what I do. I'll make it a full-time job. I'll really put some money into it. Really make it entertaining. That's the dream. Podcast, stand-up comedy. I'm going to have a Netflix special or an HBO special or a Comedy Central special. And, maybe I'll be like in a movie. That's like 1 through 4 things I really hope that I can make happen. There's a lot of people that listen to this like, no fucking way will that ever happen. And I get it. But you can't tell me to at least try. You do or you don't at the end of the day. But I know there's no try. Yoda says it. So I'm going to do it. Okay? I'm going to do it. And if I fail, then I guess I didn't do it. So right now I'm on a mission to just do the thing. I don't want to say the other thing because that's copyrighted by that one thing. So instead of saying just blanket, I'm going to say just keep doing what you're doing at the moment. Okay. I thought I was going to get sued there. Coronavirus. By the way, I threw $100 on Mike Tyson. I'm sorry if I made your audio pop. That was a very loud intro back into the microphone, but I threw $100 on Mike Tyson to win that fight. Just want to let everybody know. I wish I had more money to put on, but all my money's being saved for my PC. I can't just throw 700. Biggest mistake is never betting on Tiger. I've talked about it before, but I threw 100 American United States dollars, Washingtons, on the one Ben Frank Mike Tyson fight. So, what does that mean? That means that I'm only going to make $55. But a W is a W. Go bet on Mike Tyson. Go pull out your life savings and go bet on Mike Tyson. Unless they make a rule where you can't knock each other out, and if you knock the other guy out, it's disqualified, then that's the only way that Mike Tyson's not going to win. So, by the way, full circle, going back, started listening to a lot of podcasts, right? I told you earlier I was in the car, started listening to the podcast, Joe Rogan Experience, Two Bears, One Cave, Your Mom's House. So Joe Rogan, he did help me get this started. He did motivate me. And he has a lot of guests. He has everything on there. He's got Post Malone who talks about aliens. And it was kind of, apparently allegedly, they took mushrooms before. They even say it, but I can't prove it. I wasn't there. And they could have just ate regular, stovetop mushrooms. That's the world we live in. But they had this open discussion. Kind of cool. That was a good podcast. But they were talking about sleeping and how you sleep and this book. And there's a specialist that came on his show. And Mafaja, he's had some bad times having sleep. So I purchased this book called Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams. Now, when I bought this book from Mafaja, I said, he'll probably, maybe like this a lot, and hopefully it helps him. It's made by Dr. Matthew Walker. The New York Times book review says the book on a mission recommended for the night table reading in the most pragmatic sense. It's I'll go over the chapters too. It's 2 sleep, caffeine, jet lag, melatonin, losing the gaining control of your sleep rhythm, and then defining sleep. And it goes on why should you sleep, how and why we dream. So I was like, hey Dad, personally I wanted to read this book when he was done, but I was like, hey, I bought you this book. It was $9 on Amazon, I think, and I was like, hey, read this. Hopefully you can figure out why you're not sleeping. It's written by this doctor, and I listened to bits and pieces of it on YouTube in little short clips. And he goes, have you read it yet? And I was like, no. And he goes, well, you can read it and tell me if I need to read it. I was like, motherfucker. So now that he's kind of giving me homework, because I guess I was allegedly trying to give him homework, I guess is what you could call it. He's not going to read the book until I read the book. So now he's forcing me to read the book. And, god dang it. I don't even want to, come on. What a slick move. I'm going to read it. I'll enjoy it. Maybe I'll learn a thing or two. Maybe I'll holy shit. Maybe that's why I'm so out of shape, because my metabolism is slow. There's that speech coming in. But maybe the way I sleep is affecting how I, store food in the body and what calories I burn. So maybe this benefits me and it helps me get in shape. So we've covered a lot of topics today. We're 28 minutes in-ish, maybe 29 into the JT Show. I hope you're buckled in and having a good time. I am, by the way, I'm bringing my running shoes to Alaska. My goal is to keep running every day. I'm in Michigan, so run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, take Friday off, run Saturday, run Sunday, run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, I'll actually take Saturday off because I'll be at the airport. But I want to take my running shoes up to Alaska. It'll be another state I get to run in. And even though I'm in vacation mode and I'm cracking open cold ones, and I'm having a good time. Uh, I still need to get to the weight that I want to. I'm a chunky monkey right now, and if you want to be pretty chunky, I'm realistically I'm 20 pounds overweight right now at 225. I can get to 220 in a couple days. Like if I just drink water and I'll probably have a bag of vegetables for dinner. I'll probably weigh like 223, go for a run tomorrow, and I could probably weigh in at 220 before I start drinking all my water. But I want to be 205 after I eat. I want to be like 200, plow a couple meals out, even get in a run. 205, you're good. So that's my overall goal. Since my back is corrected, I can keep running. I'll take my shoes to Alaska. Hopefully, I'll get in 6 to 7 runs up there. There's a lot of sunlight. I hope I don't get ate by a bear. There's not like too many things to worry about, but there's like kind of some stuff to worry about, but it'll be an adventure. So, Alaska, it's going to be a lot of fun. Other topics, you can see my new weather forecaster, weather device. It's one that I'm turning into my father, getting older. I enjoy checking the weather on my phone. So I bought this little device, and there's actually a wind gauge on the roof, and it tells the wind speed, the direction of the wind, so 1 miles per hour coming from west southwest. So that's pretty cool. Installed that on the roof last night with some old-fashioned duct tape. It tells the time, what day of the week it is, temperature, humidity, yada yada yada. But I really enjoy it, so I think I'm gonna like incorporate that in the show, so you can kind of always see like what the temperature is, and when I record this, so you can see like what time I release this, because I want to feel like more connected to the audience. Because right now it's so small that I don't care if you know when I recorded it. I don't want to be the type that have to edit it in a couple days and release it. I want to be able to record a show, do it like do a quick couple edits and then release it that day. I don't want to have to wait on material. If I have, that's saying if I make it. But the format that I'm going to use now is, you're going to see me get off. I'm going to do my quick edit. Then I will be uploading the video, which takes time to process. And then I'll be uploading the podcast. And then I'll be uploading the video to YouTube, which takes time and is a process. Then once that's all said and done, it'll be released tonight, Sunday night. Brand new podcast, brand new JT show, and that's how I do it. That's my process for how I edit the podcast. And now with this clock, you can see kind of the time frame of how long it took me to actually get it on the internet. I've only premiered a couple because sometimes you have to think about what hours you're releasing your podcast, and it'll just get buried in the nothingness. And it'll just get buried. It'll just be like, oh, it uploaded, but so did like 9 other people because it's Monday morning. So sometimes you have to like premiere it later on, but sometimes it doesn't work. My numbers were low. I understand we're back on the numbers again, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully it works out. Because if it works out, then my goal in life is just to keep entertaining those who tune in every other day or whatever. Or, what if I become the ugly Conan O'Brien? That'd be pretty cool. I could be his like replacement and then like come on and be like, oh yeah, I'm the shorter, younger version of you, and he'll be like, oh, that's not a good joke, and I'll be like, thanks, and then I'll just walk off the show and just like, that was it. That was my 5 minutes. But we don't know what'll happen. COVID's we don't even know what's gonna happen with COVID, and it's happening right now. All I can keep doing is having faith, keep putting in the work. I know I keep talking about it, and I can try harder, and that's what I'm gonna need to do. I'm gonna need to try harder. Little video game update: Modern Warfare Season 5's coming out. That's gonna be really cool. Pretty excited for that. Prather, he's been a consistent third. I've been having a good time playing with Brad Daddy. 24. If you don't add him on the device that he's on, I'm not going to tell you PlayStation 4. Don't add him anyways. He'll block you. He won't care. No one listens to this anyways. But no, he's you can catch him on Twitch, so you would know anyways if you did follow my content like that. But he's pretty good. He got 12 kills, I think, 1 round. We had some good rounds, but we just didn't have the round. The round, okay? So we gotta put our heads together, come up with a strat so we can dominate tonight, hopefully. Oh my goodness gracious bodacious. I hate when I yawn. I plowed through some coffee today. I went for a run. By the way, my run today, very humid, very slow, an 8:30 pace, essentially. It was like 8:26, 8:27-ish. But I just had that pizza, coming up a little greasy, almost puked twice. It was pretty cool. Just because it was so humid out and I haven't ran, and like I said, I got a little gut going. So I got to start running. But it was a decent run. It got done raining. The tunage was all right. Traffic was okay. The water bottle worked out averagely well. The fanny pack worked out fantastic. Had a lot. Could not recommend a better fanny pack because the way it's designed. I finally got my running socks, very breathable. Didn't leave any blisters. I really like that too about the running socks. And had a good run. Things to expect in the near future. I'm going to take a day to upload the rest of the golf stuff and start finishing that. I'm also going to be cutting together a 5-minute video of my highlights from, it might not even be 5 minutes, it could be like a minute, but I'm going to cut together all my highlights from me playing VR, put that on YouTube. I've got to download that tonight, so that'll be pretty cool. So thanks, Jeff, for uploading that. There's a lot. I might edit it on the plane. I have a lot of possibilities to do. I'm going to try to get sleep on the plane, but if I open up my computer and it's got a pretty good battery, then I might start editing it, So, because I got to take my laptop with me. My goodness, if I yawn one more time, I'm punching myself in the face. Manchester. But I'll have some time on the plane. I'm not going to sit there and Bluetooth. But the problem's going to be like, I'm flying with TVs, so I might watch a movie I've never seen. And you know how much I love movies. And also things to expect. I might dye my mustache a different color. I might dye my beard black and then dye my mustache blonde. I think that'll look funny. I'll probably do something ridiculous like that while I'm in Alaska. Who knows? I don't. Alaska's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how many more times I can say Alaska without thinking about Alaska, but I'm going to Alaska the fuck out of it. Oh, by the way, I know I've told you guys this before. If you bought one of my t-shirts, I'd appreciate it if you took a photo with it wherever you live at like prominent, places, periods of history, moments in time, historical monuments, identifiers, somewhere in your state where I can have the photo and upload it. Say, the JT Show appreciates this person, or hey, thanks to this person for purchasing my merch from all the way from, I'm not gonna name your city, but I'll at least name your state. If I can name your city, that's cool. But that's what I want right now. I want to make a big collage of them. So if you listen to my show and you bought one of my shirts and you can take care of that for me, Frank's doing that. That's why Frank's on a mission, by the way. He wore my shirt out. He's going to be wearing my shirt around L.A. because he's going to go visit Munger. And, dude, wouldn't it be crazy in that COVID environment of walking around Los Angeles that somebody sees that shirt and goes, I wonder what that is. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls. That would be gnarly. So Frank's on a mission. Can't thank Frank enough for buying a shirt, for all the support, for listening. Him and Prather are right up there for my number one fans for sure. So thank you guys a lot for that. And hopefully that all works out. But we're going to cut it short. I know, 2 short ones back to back. I'm trying to see if you guys like the shorter format. When I get a guest on, it'll go easy an hour because it's easier to talk to people. And I try to do an hour, to be honest. But, hopefully 40 minutes is good enough. So thank you for your time, guys. Please visit jtofjville.com. Comment on my videos. Please tell me what you like. Ask me my opinions about things. Ask me questions. Send me would you rather's. If they're inappropriate, text them to me. Or Twitter. Twitter allows everything. It's like a fucking free for all. You can post really dirty things on Twitter. Don't like post really dirty things to me on Twitter, but like you can hit me up with a would you rather on JT of Jville for Twitter. Go to jtofjville.com. It's got all my information. Oh, by the way, I'm writing a book too. I don't know if I've told you about that. I'm about on page 3 right now. So I'm writing a book. More for that later. I'll talk about it when I'm done. I'm not going to Dan Blazarian it where I'm just, going to do nothing but type of book because I need an income and I have to go to work and all that shit, but that's also in the works. I just want to let you guys all know that. But please comment, ask me questions. I'll talk about other stuff. Please share with your friends. Let's build the JT Show following here. Let's start today. Let's start in August. Let's start in 2020. Let's say fuck this COVID. Let's come together on the internet. Let's build this audience. Let's come out with more merch. Affordable merch. Merch where it's not going to break your fucking pocket. Yeah, who cares if I don't make as much money on it? I'd rather just like have people like wear my fucking cool merch and be like, yeah, dude, I listen to that rabbling fucking idiot. That's my goal, okay? Entertaining. I put my time in doing shit that I hate, and I'm here to try to do shit that I love, okay? And hopefully this is the way. So please comment, like, subscribe, share, retweet. You know, I know I'm begging like a little. I don't even know. I don't even have a word for it. But I'm just asking for some help sometimes. You don't always have to retweet me because I know how that gets annoying. But I'll share this on my Insta. I'll share this on my Twitter, on my Snapchat. But if you want to take the time and help me out, help me build a following, I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys overall for your support. Again, Captain's Log signing out. This was the JT Show. Deuces.